Welcome to Evart Wildcat Football, exclusively on B1039. Brought to you by Worth Landscaping, Big Rapids Roofing, Extremely Clean, QB Propane, Northland Federal Credit Union, Neptune's Ice Cream Shop, Ice Mountain Spring Water, Lang Mechanical Heating and Cooling, Waldron Well Drilling, AJ's Event Center, Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures, RCB Contracting, The Ina Store, Evart Dairy Whip, Sir Heating and Air Conditioning, and now, Evart Wildcat Football.
Go Wildcats, fight on to victory. Hearts are wild, spirits free. Every game we play will be champions of Evart High, you'll see. Champions of Evart High, you'll see.
Hello and welcome to week 6 of this 2024 Evart Wildcats football season, where tonight we have Highland Conference action as the Evart Wildcats are back home here at beautiful Osceola Fairgrounds on this Friday evening as they welcome the Beal City Aggies, who come to us from Mount Pleasant. I'm Jackson Heiden, the voice of the Wildcats, and I'm excited to bring you another presentation of Evart football here this evening on B1039. Well, last week was the second road game of the season for the Wildcats and the first in a few weeks, and they weren't affected at all. In fact, things started out with a bang as the number one passing quarterback in the state of Michigan, Heiden Anderson, opened up the game with an instant connection to Noah Vanderlyn, who took it to the house 68 yards to give the Wildcats an early 6-0 lead. Following another forced 3-and-out by the Wildcats defense, the punt return got busy as it was another 58 yards to the end zone to give the Wildcats a 15-0 lead, not even 3 minutes into the game. Later on in the second quarter, Anderson connected with his running back, Cam Swales, on a 57-yard touchdown pass down the middle, which gave them a monstrous 27-6 lead right before the end of the first half. Perhaps one of the biggest plays of the entire night was in the fourth quarter when the Wildcats lined up in their own end zone on the 1-yard line, where Anderson found Dershide for a 99-yard touchdown pass to put the exclamation mark on a big game. Earlier this week, I sat down with the head coach of the Wildcats, Ben Bryant, to talk about last week's offensive game and about what they're going to do this week to prepare for their big rival tonight.
Thanks, as always, for joining me for the pregame show this week. Last week was a lot of fun during that 63-22 win against Manton, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a lot of action in that game. That's a high-scoring game overall, you know. A lot of touchdowns on both sides, and I'm just glad that we came out on the right side of it.
Yeah, last week I had briefly mentioned that the game against Manton was kind of a tune-up game before you go through this gauntlet stretch that is the top of the Highland Conference. It was evident that you guys were working on everything, from going for 2-point conversions pretty much every time to onside kicks when you were up by a ton. I mean, talk me through the list of things you wanted to emphasize and what stood out to you the most during all of the things that you guys were working on.
Well, you're exactly right. We're hitting the hard part of our season right now, and we just had to work on live game time reps of things that we're going to need for the next 2-3 weeks to be ready for Beal City and McBain. You know, we got at the beginning of the season, we made a goal of being conference champions, and we had a slip up in week 2, and now we've got to win out to make that happen.
Yeah, and you know, one more thing on last week's game. I mean, your passing action was back in full swing. You guys had 461 passing yards, and the key target was Noah Vanderlyn this week. Every time he touched the ball, it felt like he was off to the races and finished a yard shy of 200 total yards. You said it last week. People have been paying more attention to Vanderlyn after his season from last year, and that's how Lucas Johnson has been able to be so successful. But last Friday, it was flipped around, and I mean, was that the case, or you know, how did Vanderlyn really get out to be as successful as he was, and how is Heiden able to, you know, find him, especially, you know, with his main target all season really being Lucas?
Yeah, so Noah, obviously we've talked about before, Noah's a great athlete. He's tall, but along with being tall, he's got really long reach. He's got great jumping ability and great speed also. So as a receiver, he's got all those sought-after skills. And I think teams like we've talked about have kind of double covered or given more attention to him, which has opened up Lucas. And now with Lucas Johnson having some big games, they gave us single coverage on Noah, and he showed you why it's really hard as a defensive coordinator to put one guy on him, because he can do things that a lot of kids in high school can't do. No, him and Heiden are really clicking together right now too, and it's very evident in practice. Seems like every ball in game and in practice is thrown between the two of them. They connect on.
Yeah. And, one of the things, I think the play that stood out to me the most was and it wasn't to either of those guys, I'm pretty sure, but the 99-yard pass down the sideline. Walk me through that play in particular. I mean, you guys weren't in any need of, points there, but you were backed up in your own territory after fumbling or recovering a fumble on the one. I mean, most people in that scenario run the ball, but you guys just went to the air, and obviously it's been working for you guys all the way up to that point. But walk me through the decision there.
So that's a play that we had drawn up early on in the week. Our offensive coordinator, who is Carter Pritchard, he's got a great mind for football, and him and I drew that up, and we kind of knew that was going to be a scoring play with the defense. If the defense from Manton gave us the right look, and they gave us the right look, and, it worked out for 99 yards. Couldn't have been better.
Have you guys ever had a 99-yarder before?
Not this season, and obviously that would be as far as what you can get in football. So yeah, as far as I know, that's the school record.
That's a pretty cool record. Well, moving ahead to this weekend's game, Beal City is coming off another blowout win, this time against Lake City, and they've played one less game than you guys have, but they've allowed 33 points on defense all season, with 25 of those coming against McBain, who's currently undefeated. What is something that you saw McBain do in their win that you want to try and duplicate this week? Or, what did you see that exposed them during that game?
Well, I think they've played the same amount of games. Probably don't have stats from their week 1 victory against Ravenna.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Ravenna did a nice job against them also, and that was a really tight game.
Sir Heating and Air Conditioning cares about your peace of mind, and a Generac home standby generator will provide just that. One of the most frustrating and perhaps life-threatening events to happen to you and your family is loss of power. Maybe a few minutes, maybe a week or more. But take comfort that your Generac automatic home generator is always ready to provide all the power you need so that life goes on uninterrupted. And now Generac is adding 7 years to their usual 3-year warranty. That means 10 years of service as part of your generator purchase. Call Sir Heating and Air Conditioning, your Generac experts, at 989-598-0534. Rest easy with a Generac home standby generator at the ready from family-owned and operated Sir Heating and Air Conditioning in Remus, 989-598-0534.
Your friends at Lang Mechanical join all of us in hoping for an Evart football victory. If you want your heating and cooling system to be a winner all year long, get in touch with Lang Mechanical day or night, 231-388-0632. And go Wildcats!
Hometown store fixtures are as close as 11071 US 10 in Evart. Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures not only helps with on-site store liquidations, they have store fixtures like used Lozier shelving, true self-contained coolers and freezers, and they provide delivery and installation, plus sell walk-in coolers and teardrop pallet racking. Supporting the local Evart community for years, both for local stores and the Evart football team. Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures is a proud local supporter of the Evart football game broadcasts. Go Wildcats!
Donated, purchased a t-shirt, purchased a bracelet, and are sent their love to the Payne family. All snow cone sales today, and 50 proceeds will go to the Payne family.
I'm live.
Together, let's tackle childhood cancer and help our fellow Wildcat. Love for Lexi, and let's go Cats.
Jackson, you're on.
I'm playing the interview.
No, there's no interview.
Step into the excitement at AJ's Event Center in Evart. Swing in for top-notch bowling lanes, an action-packed arcade, food and spirits with a smashing new experience coming soon. Plus, indulge in all-you-can-eat fish on Fridays and Saturdays. Located just 2 miles west of Evart on US 10, find us on Facebook for all the latest updates and specials. Make every moment unforgettable at AJ's Event Center.
Worth Landscaping, a second-generation business, has been a proud supporter of Evart Public Schools and all Evart athletics for more than 25 years. Worth Landscaping specializes in irrigation systems, landscape design, hardscapes, hydroseeding, lawn care, to commercial snow and ice removal in the winter. Contact Josh Worth at 231-349-5693 or Tyler Worth 231-629-5150. It'll be worth the call. Worth Landscaping.
Hello and welcome back to B1039. Apologies for the technical difficulties. It's supposed to be an interview with Ben Bryant. Things just aren't working out the way they were supposed to. But right now we're getting ready for Beal City Aggies and the Evart Wildcats here in Evart, Michigan. Yet another game, and both teams entering today 4-1 with the Wildcats.
Good evening, ladies.
This has kind of been their roadblock over the last few years. This has kind of been the team that has been in their way in terms of winning the conference. And, well, Ben Bryant said during the interview this week, he said, well, the goal is to win conference, and they have to win out, and that includes beating Beal City. And Beal City last year fell a week short of the state championship game, and, well, this is the longest stretch without a state championship game in over 4 years. Well, now we're going to take a second. We're going to tune in to the national anthem presented by the Evart Wildcats marching band.
Who are serving or who have served in our armed forces. Let us all honor them by standing, facing the flag, removing our hats, and holding our right hand over our hearts for the playing of our national anthem, which is being played by the Evart Wildcat Band under the direction of Miss Michaela Warner. Thank you.
Well, welcome back here. Just getting done with the national anthem here as we get set here for Game 6 of this 2024 season. And it's crazy to think that we're in our final month of play, as this is the first game in the month of October. Taking a look here, coming up in the next couple of weeks. Just 2 more home games for the Wildcats, unless they get to host some
The Aggies are coached by
football
Mr.
during the
Brad
playoffs,
Brooks.
but next week they'll head to McBain's with Houghton Lake following that, and then Harrison on the road to end the season. Beal City, one of these tough powerhouses of a team. They're undefeated this year. Their only losses to that undefeated McBain, who Evart will see next week. McBain right now 5-0 in the Highland Conference, 4-0 in conference play. Beal City sitting second in the Highland. They're 4-1 with a 3-1 conference record. Houghton Lake 2-2 in third place, and Evart 3-1. Although I believe those two should be swapped on the website.
now,
I'm looking at.
Looming in the West End Zone, your
Getting
Evart
ready for
Wildcats.
some Wildcats football. The Wildcats are entering the field right now. They'll be in their all blue pants, blue jerseys, white numbers with the yellow outlines. And for the Beal City Aggies, kind of a Dallas Cowboys look for them, as they're in their all white jerseys, white pants, blue numbers with the star on their helmet with a blue stripe down the middle. As we get ready here, we're going to take a quick 60-second break. You're listening to Ever Wildcats football here on WBZX Big Rapids.
Happiness is ice cream, and ice cream is happiness. So it only makes sense that the Evart Dairy Whip is Evert's happy place. Love soft serve? Come be happy. Prefer a hand-dipped Sunday Wizard? It's happy. Plus, hamburgers, salads, wraps, and coney dogs topped with national chili. When you need a dose of happy, come to the Evart Dairy Whip and leave with a smile. Open 10 till 9 all week. 7th Street in Evart. Happy to support the Wildcats.
Hi, I'm Michaela.
And I'm Lauren.
And we're with Big Rapids Roofing, where roofing meets community.
Get ahead of the weather and be prepared for winter.
Don't wait until it's too late. Call us today to book your free estimate appointment.
Whether it's roofing, siding, windows, doors, or gutters, Big Rapids Roofing has got you covered.
Call us today at 231-629-8088.
Again, don't wait. Call us today at 231-629-8088.
Welcome back here on the opening as we get ready for opening kickoff here at the Osceola Fairgrounds here at Everett, Michigan. About 59 degrees here at kickoff. Should get down to not too much colder, just 4 degrees less or so. As we get ready, Joyson Derscheid lining up for the kick as he marks it off. And for the Aggies, Owen McKinney, the senior, will be back deep to receive alongside his Drew Block, also senior for the Aggies. And here we go, big matchup here in Everett, Michigan. The kick is away, short little pooch kick. It'll be received just in front of the 30. He's going to run it to the outside. He cuts out to the left, and he's got some opening down the sideline, across the 45, and push out of bounds in front of the 40. And a big return for Garrison Zucker, the junior, for the Aggies. And that is, special teams have given a bit of an issue here for the Wildcats all season long. They've given up a handful of kick sixes, if you will. That's a touchdown all the way back to the end zone. And so the Aggies will set up shop on plus territory here on about the 37-yard line. And we'll see what this defense for Everett has in store tonight. They have struggled really all season long. Receiver in motion, hands it off to the back, who runs it up to the middle, breaks loose across the 20, drops over to the left, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Beal City. And one play, one score for the Aggies, and they are on top 6-0 with 11:42 to go here in the first quarter. Drew Block, the running back. Lineman made a couple of nice blocks, and then Block was able to use those blocks to find the end zone. And now the Aggies, and that is, if you're Ben Bryant, I think it all starts back with that kick return. As they line up for the kick here, Kyle Martin, senior, left-footed kicker. And now a flag. The defense for Everett, a little jumpy, so interesting things here. But now it looks like the 2-point conversion team will enter the field now as the ball moves up a couple of yards. See some frustration from the defense on the Everett side of things, but Ryan, this is not necessarily the start you were hoping for. And it starts on that kick return. It's interesting to see that they did a little pooch kick instead of a high look here for Beal City, and they'll just jog it right across the goal line. 8-0 for the Aggies. And man, oh man, the Wildcats find themselves down in a hole here on this alumni day. Not even 20 seconds into the game. Keep it right here, but I wonder if we saw them working on a bunch of different types of kicks last week against Manton in Manton, and it was good to work on those things, but here you have to play it smartly. You have to play conservatively, but you got to play it a little bit better than that. Kick it back deep, and yes, your kick return defense hasn't been the best all year, but give them a chance. You never know what they could come out, and when Beal City sets up in plus territory and has the ball on their side of the field, it can get dangerous, especially with this Beal City team who's been consistently one of the top teams in the entire state of Michigan, especially in Division 7, Division 8, this area for many, many years now. Many state championships,
out of this division. They are definitely a powerhouse. They have beaten Evart every year since 2015. For Evart to have this start, that's not how you wanted to go. So we'll see what they have going in store here from them. Dyson Derscheid back deep to return here. Kick going towards the right, and it's fielded very low at the 35 and is running on the far sideline. He pushed out of bounds around the 35. Looks like Brandon Magnuson was on the return there. And the Wildcats, high-powered offense, one of the best offenses in the entire state of Michigan, will get ready to go here. Heiden Anderson, first in the state in passing yards, 206th in the nation as well in that category. 1,362 passing yards this season. Spectacular. And don't even get me started on the total yards. It includes his rushing yards, which he does very well as well. Anderson snaps the ball, hands it off to Swales, who runs it towards the right side. And is met instantly. Might have picked up a yard or so.
Swales, the ball
second
carrier.
and long here. 36
no gain on the play. He's brought down by number 6.
8-0. Aggies lead it. You're just now joining us. Aggies with a nice kick return, set them up nicely, and one play, they were able to break loose for a 30-plus yard touchdown run. And the Wildcats trying to respond. 2 wide receivers out to the left, 1 out to the right for Heiden Anderson. Swales in the backfield. Anderson snaps the ball, fakes it off to Swales. Anderson keeps it, and that at the line of scrimmage yet again. Maybe a loss this time.
Anderson,
and it's going to be 3rd and long. Well, that was one thing we didn't see at all last week, was the punt team forever.
3rd down.
Yes, they got 10 yards still to get
Stopped
to.
by number 62, Reese Hooks.
They have not needed to punt in a while. That's been a plus side. They got a good punter, but I mean the way the offense is rolling. So trips right for Anderson, just one receiver out to the left. Again, Swales in the backfield. Motions to his left. He's got a receiver motioning right to left. Anderson trying to get the defense to jump. He snaps the ball, looking left, throws across the middle, a little bit too high, and it's batted down. Incomplete pass.
Anderson's
and it's
pass
going to be third down.
Derscheid falls incomplete.
Anderson had a wide open Dyson Derscheid. It would have been enough for at least a first down and plus some, but just
brings up 4th down and 10
gas
for the
on
Wildcats.
that pass. Big crowd here on hand tonight. Beal City fans making the trip from Mount Pleasant. A long drive from here. The snap, the punt. A beautiful spiral downfield. Received at the 20, and he gets tripped up, stays on his feet, down at 45, across the 50, and tackled out of bounds. A couple of flags in and on the play. Ref's going to mark him at the 50.
A good one taken by number 2, Austin.
Curious to see if this one's going to come back.
There's a flag down on the near side of the field.
Beal City, 1-minute drive from here. Just outside of
block against the Aggies.
Mount Pleasant, just northwest of it, and that's going to be an illegal block if you
That'll
didn't hear
mark
it
him
from
back
the
to the 29-yard line. That's what they'll start first and 10.
Osceola Fairgrounds. So the Aggies will set up shop at the 29-yard line. And we'll see what kind of look this defense brings out. What kind of adjustments are they going to make? And it's kind of hard to make adjustments at this level, especially when most of the guys that play on offense also play on defense. Beal City run it under the center. That's Kyler Smith. Smith snaps the ball, gives it off to his back, who breaks a couple tackles, spins out, breaks another tackle. Eventually he's pushed out of bounds at the 45.
Drew blocked ball
second
carrier,
about
pushed out of bounds by
second
Kobe
4
Smith.
officially. Kyler Smith,
Referee
the
timeout.
sophomore for the Aggies.
A 7-yard gain on the play brings up 2nd down.
Trust in this sophomore running back, or excuse me, quarterback. The battle of the 2 young quarterbacks, that is for sure. And Anderson, of course, the junior. So Smith, once again, lines up under center. He's got a running back in the backfield. The receiver's out to his left. Receiver in motioning right to left. He hands it off to that receiver, runs it down the left sideline, and it gets across the 40 and then tripped up and down.
Two lost in small.
First down
Ball
for
carriers.
the Aggies.
That'll be a first down, Aggies. Tackled by number 2, Aiden Anderson.
I believe it was Owen McKinney on the run there. He was in motion. Now the Aggies got an offensive lineman getting some work done on the sideline. It's not something you'd like to see at this point in the game. Kyler Smith, another receiver in motion, hands it off to that receiver, runs it down towards the left, gets a block across the 50 and out of bounds. What a nice block there.
Garrison Zucker, the ball carrier.
Reese Hooks, the junior, out in front on that end around. It was a jet sweep, actually. Beautiful block.
8-yard gain.
Allowed to get a couple more yards. So
2nd and 2
Evart
from the 50-yard line.
still really no instant stops or any tackle for losses at this point. You don't really have to be that, but there has not been a carry for less than 2 yards at this point in the game. 9:37 to go here in the first quarter. 2nd and 2 at the 50. Beal City moving right to left. That helps you paint a picture back at home. Smith, receiver in motion, hands it off to his back, who runs up the middle, and he's met at the line.
Drew block
Maybe a
straight
yard,
ahead.
should be just short of the first down marker. Oh, they're gonna give it to him. Interesting. From here, it looks like it's just short. The ref was motioning first down, but the chain game.
First down, Aggies.
Yeah, and they gave it a first down. It looks like it's short from up here. But again, I'm on a little bit of an angle, so I can't see. So Evart thinking they had their first third down opportunity of the game. And a couple of nice closer stops over the last couple of plays. So we'll see if things get a little bit better during this series of first down. Now there's Smith. A couple of those wide receivers. That's Owen McKinney and Garrison Zucker. Hands it off to another end-around wide receiver. Break loose across the 40, 35, 30, pushed out of bounds.
Number 4,
Garrison
Zucker.
With a nice
That'll be a
carry.
first down, Aggies.
A lot of
Driven out of bounds
in-motion
by number 2, Anderson.
offense. Ben Bryant talked about that during our pregame show. Unfortunately, a lot of you weren't able to hear that tonight, but Ben Bryant talked about they like to play spread. They like to work the outside, the edges, and that's something that Evart, they might have not had a whole lot of experience with this year. They've given up a lot of big runs on the inside. Another receiver in motion, and a flag comes in. It should be a false start on the offensive line. It's like we've been seeing a lot of jumping in the previous few snaps. 57, this will move the ball back a few yards.
Offsides on the Aggies.
Move it back 5 yards, so 1st and 15 at the 35 now. 8-0, Beal City leads it. In the first quarter, Beal City on their first offensive drive, it was one play without touchdown. Evart trying to find an answer defensively. If they can't find an answer defensively, this is about to be a very long night for them. Smith, the receiver in motion. He snaps it, he hands it off to the running back who breaks loose. Across 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and brought down out of bounds.
Number 1, Owen McKinney.
Owen McKinney
inside the 10-yard line.
on the nice carry.
Big gain for the
Owen
Aggies.
McKinney's
The first
helmet
down,
came
brought
off
down by
after the
Brendan
play, so he'll be
Magnuson.
able to stay in the game here. Actually going to rule him out at the 6. That's where he'll set up shop. Kyler Smith comes in from the sidelines, and we'll pick up with the play call here. Right now, this defense has zero answer for Beal City. Now, backed up in their own territory. It's going to be tough. Smith hands it off to the back. got a wide open hole and trots into the end zone. Touchdown, Beal City.
Owen McKinney into the end zone.
Makes it
Pretty good. City
13-0. And the Wildcats are in trouble here in the first quarter with 8:25 to go. And we kind of knew this heading in. If they couldn't find an answer on defense, and yes, there's still a lot of football left to be played, but if they couldn't find an answer on defense, Beal City defense is legit. You know, line up for the extra kick here, or the extra point rather. Drake. Another flag.
Flag down before the snap.
And here comes the two-point conversion team. So 2-point PAT attempts for Beal City. They have been able to draw Evart offsides both times, and now they're going on for the 2-point attempt to try to make this a 16-0 lead. Here we go, lined up in the formation, runs it towards the right and breaks across the goal line. 2-point conversion is good. 16-0, Aggies lead it here in the first 4 minutes of this game. 8:25 to go here in the first quarter. We're going to take a 60-second break. When we come back, we'll have kickoff. You're listening to B1039.
Stop in to Northland Area Federal Credit Union in Evart, Reed City, or any of their 17 branches in northern Michigan to find great rates on many different financial products. While banks merge more often than you can keep track of and impose increased fees, Northland is a not-for-profit financial co-op committed to helping you save money. They specialize in small business growth and services. Check them out at northlandcu.com. Northland is federally insured by the NCUA.
30 seconds.
Stop in to Northland Area Federal Credit Union in Evart, Reed City, or any of their 17 branches in northern Michigan to find great rates on many different financial products. While banks merge more often than you can keep track of and impose increased fees, Northland is a not-for-profit financial co-op committed to helping you save money. They specialize in small business growth and services. Check them out at northlandcu.com. Northland is federally insured by the NCUA.
And this kick is bounced and will roll out of bounds at about the 25.
Kick goes out of bounds.
This will be a flag on the play, so the ball should move up. And, yep, should move
The
up.
Wildcats will begin 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line.
To the 35, so Evart, decent field position to start. Similar field position than it is the last time. Now they find themselves down a 2-possession lead, 16-0 for the Aggies. And Evart, this offense needs to figure it out. They've only had 1 possession, but there was no first downs on that first possession. Anderson, with their running back in motion out to the right. He'll throw right. It's tipped up and it's picked by the Aggies. Garrison Zucker, the junior with a pick. Looks like there's a flag on the play. This is against Beal City. Evart going to catch a break here. And it looks like the offense.
There was an offsides before the pass. And so the play was blown dead.
So Evart, they call it kind of a...
It'll move the Wildcats back 5 yards and make it 1st and 15.
Kind of saves them in a way. Hurts them, but saves them. It was an offside, so it'll be 1st and 15. Anderson getting away with 1. Just want to relax and make his throws, just like he has been the weeks prior. Anderson with the running back and motioning out to his light. Anderson pump fakes it, throws it deep down the side. Man got him in, and it's overthrown.
Anderson's pass looking for Johnson falls incomplete.
Lucas Johnson wide open down the field, and Anderson just couldn't connect. Had he connected, that would have been to the house. And man, Anderson just feeling like he's a little all over the place to open the game. Has not completed a pass up to this point. 2nd and 15 here on the 30. We'll see if Anderson tries to do a similar play to that again. Anderson with a running back in motioning to the right, left to right that is. Back to the left. Anderson will throw it towards left. He's got a man. It's caught. And
Anderson's pass complete to Johnson.
And he's brought down just in front of the 40-yard line, so it'll be
The
third
10-yard
and
gain
about
brings up
5.
3rd and 5.
Under 8 to go here in the first quarter. 16-0. Aggies lead it. Now Anderson getting the play call from the sideline, trying to make something work here to convert their first down of this game. Anderson, the running back in motioning out to the right. He'll throw it to Swales. Swales has got to turn this into something. Swales gets stuffed just in front of the 40. And actually for a loss of about 2. So it'll be 4th and 7. And most likely going to be punting time.
A yard of the play or 2. Brings up 4th down and 6 for the Wildcats.
And man, if you just go back, first play really of this drive, Lucas Johnson broke loose, wide open down the sideline, left sideline, towards Everett's sideline that is, and Anderson just couldn't drop it in the bucket. And it looks like Anderson's lined up. And he's going to roll out to the right. He's going to pitch it. And he's got to try to make it work. And he's tackled out of bounds. Stopped just short of the first down.
The ball ends up in the hands of Noah Vanderland. Becomes
interesting choice to go for it on 4th down here in the first quarter. Now, Beal City sets up nicely. Their side of the field, the 2-possession lead, a chance to make it 3 possessions.
1st and 10 from the Wildcat 42-yard line.
Wildcats had their punter in that position, but Anderson was lined up in his normal depth as quarterback. He ran a bit of an option. It felt like everybody was sniffing it out from the start, though. At least that defense, there was a wall of white in the way. So here comes that sophomore quarterback, Kyler Smith. He'll line up under shotgun, running back in the backfield. 2 wide receivers on each side. Wide receiver in motion. Hands off to his back, who breaks loose down the left sideline. Makes a defender miss across the 20, 15, 10, cuts to the right, 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. And there it is again. One play for a score. Makes it 22-0 with 6:25 to go here in the first quarter. And things are getting dangerous very, very early here in Evart. Drew Block, the running back, has looked phenomenal here tonight. And this time, they're lining up for the kick. See if they can get another offsides drawn. Places down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 23-0. I'm going to take a 60-second break. You got your breath. 6:25 to go here on B1039.
Keep it here, we have no computer.
Actually, we'll keep it here. Some technical difficulties back at the station, but man, 1 play, 1 touchdown. That's the second time tonight. And this defense right now is just getting blown apart, blown to shreds. And it's kind of looking like all those games, especially last week when Evart ran the ball all over Manton. Well, not ran the ball, but they passed the ball over Manton. Kind of looking very similar to how Beal City is running the ball. A couple weeks ago, Cameron Swales ran for over 200 yards, and that's kind of how this game is shaping out to be. Oh, Beal City lining up here for the extra kick. Evart has to find an answer offensively on this drive.
And something tells me they're going to need a couple of stops defensively. I mean, obviously no dub, but... And this just goes to show why Beal City has been one of the best teams in this division for so long. Received at about the 20. Makes a couple defenders loose and is brought down just in front of the 35-yard line.
He's down at the
Wildcats will have the ball.
35-yard line.
6:20 to go here in the first quarter. Aiden Anderson, 1 for 4 to start this game. And it kind of feels like he has been a little rattled to start this game. It's not like it's a tough environment to play. He's at home, but a big opponent. First big game as a starting quarterback for the varsity football team. I can see why maybe you're a little shaky. Anderson, wide receiver motioning left to right. Looking right. Throws right to that receiver who's in motion, and he's checked down.
Anderson's pass complete.
Pick up about 3. Grayson Dershide on the receiving catch. 5:30 to go. I believe it's a rolling clock at this point with this one. Very well be. Yes, Evart needing to find the end zone on this possession if they want to at least entertain the possibility of coming back. Still a ton of football left to be played. So we're 3.5 quarters to be played. Anderson, the running back in the backfield. 2 receivers out to his left. Hands it off to his receiver. His motion actually keeps it, and Anderson gets met. Maybe a loss of about 1. Tough start to the game for the Wildcats.
Loses a yard, brings up 3rd down.
So 3rd and 7, it looks like. That's about the 38-yard line. And Evart needing to do something here. They need to convert. They have not converted their first down yet today. Anderson motions his running back out to the left. 4 wide receivers out to the left. Actually, running back cuts back. Anderson looking right. He'll throw deep down the right sideline. Had Swales, but there was an arm in the way. Great job defending the pass. Aaron Locke, the sophomore, secondary for the Aggies.
4th down coming up for Evart.
Had his hand not been. Swales taking that all the way to the house. And I don't hate the idea of going down the sideline, especially with how successful you've been able to be in the past. So Anderson now going for it on 4th and 6. Tight end shuffling from right to left. Tight end moving back. And the flag comes in. It looks like the defense now. Oh, they're going to call false start on Evart. The entire crowd here is calling for the jump by
offsides on the offense.
Beal City. So maybe Evart was doing that just to try to get the jump, but instead
That'll march him back 5 yards. It'll bring up a 4th down and 12 for Evart.
So 4th and 12 now. Bring on the kicking team. They're going to go for it. Looks like they're bringing on the kicking team. It's wise in this territory. So already to put this one away. Grayson Dershide, the kicker. And has a low kick. It's going to take a nice Evart friendly bounce. And it'll be touched just in front of the 30-yard line.
Dershide's kick down at the 30.
4 to go here in the first quarter. Beal City leads it 23-0. It's been an unfortunate start to the game for the Wildcats as the Beal City offense comes onto the field. So Beal City, this will probably be the longest distance to the goal line. They've had to work all night. They set up shop within the 60 yards to the goal line. I believe that's the longest they've had to work all night long. 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Tyler Smith snaps the ball. He'll keep it himself. He's looking deep, throws down the right side. It's caught across the 40, makes the defender miss. 35, cuts to the right again, and brought down at the 30. Nice pass and catch by the Aggies. Their first big pass of the game. Aaron Locke on the catch. Aaron Locke has had a couple of nice plays over the last couple of minutes. And you can just feel this the crowd here at Evart. You can, it's pretty energizing most of the time, but tonight it is pretty much here a pin drop is what it feels like. Not a whole lot of anything going on. It's hard to, especially this. The City fans cheering on as if it's business as usual. Makes sense though. Tyler Smith now under center. As motions his receiver, hands it off to his back instead, who pretty much gets stopped by his own offensive lineman, but picks up.
Number 1, Owen McKinney off left tackle. Picks up a couple of yards.
A beautiful night for football. It's starting to feel like fall weather though. 57 degrees. Not much has changed since kickoff, but beautiful cotton candy skies here tonight. Northern Michigan sunsets is one of my favorites. I've watched plenty of them with my time with the Traverse City Pit Smitters. Traverse City sunsets are above all else, that is for sure. Anybody that's been up there knows what I'm talking about. Smith will do a quick pitch, runs it towards the right, and gets jumbled up.
The pitch goes to 0. Drew Black.
A third down now for this Evart defense.
Picks up about 4 yards.
He's a betting man, and I'm not. Beal City is going to most likely treat this as 4 down territory. Tyler Smith getting the play call from his coach from the sideline as he runs it in. It's one of the toughest things to do as a quarterback. Energy draining, but it's like that here tonight for the Aggies. 45 to go here in the first quarter. 23-0 lead for Beal City. Another in-motion receiver. He'll hand it off to the receiver who's on the end around, makes the defender miss, across the 15-10, and out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. A big pickup for another first down for the Aggies. First and goal, officially. 30 to go. Here in the first quarter, and the Aggies knocking at the door of making a 30-point lead here in the first quarter. I've not seen a lead like this anybody yet this season. Tough first quarter. A lot has to go right for Evart to come back at this point. Calling them down and out yet, but it's not looking great. Smith, another pitch out to the left. He's got a wide open hole, and it trots into the end zone. Touchdown, Beal City. Drew Block with another touchdown here in this game. We'll make it 29-0 Aggies lead. And the onslaught here in the first quarter continues against the Wildcats. Aggies will come on for the extra point, assuming there's no offsides penalty for Evart. Trying to make it a 30-point lead with a good kick here. Ball is snapped, and there's a flag on the play. And looks like it's going to be on Evart again, but the city is going to decline it. And they're going to keep the kicking team on the field with a chance, once again, to make it a 30-point lead. With 48.3 seconds to go here in the first quarter. The city has trampled all over the Wildcats tonight. The snap, Brace is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 30-0, Aggies lead it. We'll take a quick 60-second break. You listen to Everett Wildcats football here on B1039.
Knowledge and expertise to drill a well, and that's why folks around here trust Waldron Drilling, a fourth-generation, family-owned business since the 1930s. Waldron Drilling can drill from 4-inch up to 24-inch wells, offering free estimates for new installations. Voted Osceola County's favorite well driller for the past 5 years. Quality, customer satisfaction, safety, and honest work. That's the Waldron way. Waldron Well Drilling of Everett at waldrondrilling.com or call 231-734-5168.
Transform your space with Extremely Clean, your go-to for impeccable interior room painting projects. Schedule your room before the fall rush with a keen eye for detail and a commitment to excellence. The team at Extremely Clean will bring your vision to life. Don't miss the opportunity for a fresh, vibrant new look. Call 231-408-5943 to schedule your quote today. Extremely Clean, where you say it, we spray it.
48.3 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Aggies lead it 30-0. Everett right now with zero answer to really anything at the moment. So they'll have to try to fix it on the go. A beautiful kick down the right sideline. It's going to bounce. They're going to pick it up right at the 5. Really have no choice. And they're going to miss a couple of tackles, and he's brought down between the goal line and the 5-yard line. There is a flag on the play. Evert, I'm sure, is hoping this is against Beal City.
Near the 5-yard line.
Otherwise, Evert is going to be pinned back very, 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 very deep in their own territory. However, a week ago, Evert did turn something as they were pinned back at the 1 and do a 99-yard pass and catch for a touchdown. Two completely different types of teams, though.
Half the distance to the goal line. First and 10 from their own 3.
That's exactly what it is. So 1st and 10 at the 3. Aiden Anderson trying to turn something into here. Anderson snaps it, looking left, throws deep down the left sideline, got a man wide open, it's caught, across the 50, 45, and brought down in front of the 40. And man, what a way to flip the field. It was his man Noah Vanderland down the Everett sideline. And Everett finally connecting on one of those big explosive plays. Had a couple of chances here tonight. Just have not been able to connect. So they're on the other side of the field. Quickly now, 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Trying to break that scoreboard for the first time. Running back in the backfield. That's Noah Vanderland. He motions out to the right. 4 wide receivers out to the right. Screen pass out to Vanderland. Vanderland's going to keep it. He's going to run towards the right, towards the sideline. He makes the defender miss. Jumps in. Did he get the first down? See.
Brought down by number 13, Kyler
down
Smith.
Inside, inbounds. As the final few seconds tick off here in the first quarter. Here's the
that'll be the final play of the
at
first
the end
quarter.
of the first quarter, Aggies lead at 30-0 over the Everett Wildcats. However, the Wildcats driving down the field. We're going to take a 60-second break. When we come back, we'll have to start at the second quarter. You're listening to Everett Wildcats football here on B1039.
Neptune's Ice Cream Shop in downtown Everett carries premium hand-dipped ice cream. With indoor seating, choose a single flavor or go wild for their waffle nachos or flights with 3 to 5 flavors of ice cream. They also offer mini donuts, milkshakes, and $5 to $12 lunch specials with wraps, tacos, sliders, chili, and dogs. Downtown Everett, Neptune's Ice Cream Shop.
Just like the Wildcats team, we know that hard work, dedication, and a little hometown pride can achieve amazing things. Ice Mountain is cheering on the Wildcats as they take the field tonight, and we invite you to join us in showing your support. At Ice Mountain, we're more than just a business. We are part of this community, and together, we win. Let's make some noise for the Wildcats.
Well, Everett trying to break the scoring column for the first time tonight as they'll flip the field. Evart working from right to left. Set up shop on the 31-yard line here to start the second quarter. Big 30-point deficit. Evart, two big plays. 70 yards worth. Give a quick whistle here. Chain gang didn't understand the situation.
The result of the last play was a first down.
The trips left. Wide receiver out to the right. Running back in the backfield as well. There's 12 minutes on the play clock. Evart trying to score for the first time tonight. Not been shut out a couple of weeks, at least in a quarter. See what they have in store here tonight in the second quarter and see if that, most importantly, it's that defense. The defense start getting stops, and you can start focusing on how you're going to piece things with defense or offense. Anderson snaps the ball, looking left. He's going to go deep down the left sideline. He has to come in. Tried to do the one-handed catch. And Noah Vanderlyn couldn't come down with it. Ball a little bit overthrown there. There's a flag on the field.
Down near the Wildcat backfield.
I'm sure this will be a holding penalty. It's in the backfield here for the Wildcats. So it's roughing the passer. Yep, holding penalty. And they're actually going to call it on the defense. Should be a plus gain now for the Wildcats. Helps them out, especially on this drive that at the 1-yard line, backed into their own end zone. Heiden Anderson throwing deep on the sideline to Noah Vanderlyn, who took it about 60 yards, and then
the call goes against the defense.
That was another nice 10-yard play by Noah Vanderlyn. Anderson to Vanderlyn connection.
Result plays a first down for the Wildcats.
So Anderson, some confusion going on defense, a lot of yelling. Anderson snaps the ball, looking right, throws right, got a man, it's caught, and are they going to call it incomplete? There's a bunch of players in the way, didn't get a good look at it.
Pass intended for
they're going to call it incomplete. The ref comes running in saying, nope. 11:39 here to go in the second, running clock due to the deficit. Trying to make that running clock stop.
Correction, the pass was complete to Dershai.
Now they're calling
a
it
2-yard pickup.
Looks like a little bit everybody's not on the right page here tonight. It's kind of a weird week. Cameron Swales out wide now. 2 wide receivers on each side. Another one motions out to the right. Anderson snaps the ball and very overthrown.
Anderson looking for Vanderlyn on the
is
play.
just looking very shaky here in the first half.
Brings up second and 8.
Has not found a groove whatsoever. Has overthrown a lot of his balls. If he has been able to connect with a lot of these balls, maybe this game is a little bit closer than what it is right now. 11:06, 8 now for the Wildcats. This drive is kind of stalled a little bit. The order has changed. Two wide receivers on each side. Swales in the backfield. Anderson snaps the ball. Pump fakes to the left. Throws deep towards the end zone. He's got double coverage and overthrown yet again.
Anderson looking for Vanderlyn in the end zone. It falls incomplete.
I think the secondary is starting to
good coverage by the
sniff out what Everett's trying to do here. Noah Vanderlyn doing his best. He's been able to get to his spots, but now his quarterback and him are on the right page, same page. Lucas Johnson's been quiet over the last couple of games. I haven't seen him, the Johnson to Anderson connection a whole lot. Maybe something will change here on 4th down. 4th and 8. 10:59 to go here in the second quarter. Aggies 0, Aggies lead. Anderson snaps the ball, looking right. He's going to throw right. He's got enough for a first down and almost.
Anderson's pass complete to Johnson. That's
down. Should be first and goal for the Wildcats. Their first and goal of the night. You see if they can get some points out of this. It is pitch black here at the field as we're about to hit 7, almost 8 o'clock local time. Anderson swirls in the backfield with him. Anderson snaps the ball. He'll roll out to the right. He's going to keep it. Tries to make a couple defenders miss.
Anderson on the quarterback keeper.
Across the 5 or just on it. It should be second and goal at the 5.
Picks up 5 yards. Second down and goal from the 5.
Ten minutes to go officially here in the first half. Evart trying to cash in here in the red zone. First red zone trip of the game. Anderson snaps the ball. Looking right, throws right, picked and dropped. Man, Anderson getting away with him. Garrison Zucker with the ball in his hands and a bunch of green grass in front of him. Man, the Wildcats just got gifted a golden present there. Not that the Aggies are short of any points at the moment, but Anderson hoping to make the Aggies pay for their mistakes here on this next snap. Snaps the ball, rolls out to his right, and he's going to throw it towards the end zone. Is in. It's almost picked off again. And it'll be 4th and goal. And the Wildcats are feeling like they're running out of options here in terms of trying to find points. Kind of a weird angle to kick a field goal at, especially at this level. Bryant calling his players over. There is an injured Aggie on the field. Looks like got a player cramping up as Eric Elias helping out his teammates. Don't have a good look from that far away. 9:40 to go here in the second quarter. 30-0 Aggies lead. This has been the longest time the Aggies have not had the ball tonight. It has been a very, very rough game tonight for the Wildcats. Definitely not the showing you had hoped to start out with against potentially your biggest rival of the season. We're on alumni night as we await the injured player off the field. We'd like to thank our sponsors for making tonight and every Friday night possible. Worth Landscaping, Sir Heating and Air Conditioning in the store. Evart Dairy Whip, Northland Area Federal Credit Union, QB Propane, AJ's Event Center, and Big Rapids Roofing. If you'd like to be a sponsor of these Friday night light games, call your best friend Jen at 231-796-1103. 231-796-1103. Still an injured player down in the field. Now Everett's going to huddle up around Ben Bryant as they discuss things. The head coach for the Aggies will jog over to his injured player. A couple of them will. Evart deep in their own territory. Anderson making it work with Noah Vanderland on a deep pass, a 60-yard pass, and it was an instant, another 10-yard gain, and since then it has kind of died out. They're able to find themselves in the red zone, but not a whole lot of runs. Only one run for this offense for the Wildcats as they just have not been able to break loose unless it's down the sidelines against this Aggies defense. And unfortunately, you can't keep relying on the deep ball. Eric Elias, some correction here, and some Zucker carried off the field. Just has one foot down, but he's really holding that left leg out. So it's nothing too major. Did have a teammate trying to stretch his leg out as if it wasn't feeling if it was a cramp. He was trying to walk it off. We'll see if he enters back in the game. Anderson back in the shotgun, snaps the ball, hands it off to his receiver who's in motion. A little dump pass, and did he catch it with one hand? No, he did not. Incomplete. They say it was out of bounds, and it's a turnover on downs for the Aggies defense. And the best looking drive for the Wildcats all night long. And they come away with 0 and a chance for Beal City
So the trick play doesn't
to make it
work,
a
and the Aggies will take over
36-point
first
lead
and 10.
here early in the second quarter. 9:33 to go. And the Aggies will have the ball at the 5-yard line, first and 10. Tough going for the Wildcats tonight. We'll see if their defense can come away with a stop, especially in this part of the field. That would be huge for them. Smith snaps the ball. He'll pitch it out to his running back out to the right. Across the 5, slips a tackle, across the 10, and is swallowed up by a couple of Wildcats.
Number 0, Drew Block, ball carrier.
Picks up about 5 or so.
Tackled by
Block.
Brendan Magnuson and Cody
Not to get
Smith.
confused with Drew Lock.
A 5-yard pickup.
Picks up 5. 0. Second quarter. 9 minutes to go left in the half. One more score will make it a continuous clock. As anything above 35-point lead, the clock continues. Smith in the shotgun, trying to get the jump. They hand it off to the wide receiver who's in motion on the end around, and he breaks loose across the 20, 40, 50, and finally, where is he at?
Number 2,
Across the 45, and finally brought down at the 40. The Aggies offensive reign continues here tonight.
40-yard line into Wildcat territory.
As they get it down all the way to the 39. And this defense just has really no answer at this point in time. And I'm sure it's frustrating, especially with how well really the big plays has kind of been an issue forever. But they've been able to keep a lot of opponents under 25 points all year long. Nobody has scored 30 on Evart all season. The highest, Lake City put up 27. They snap the ball. And gets pushed out just in front of the 35-yard line.
The ball carrier.
8:11 on the clock.
Pushed out of bounds by number 3,
But for Beal
Magnuson.
City,
They gain of
their
4.
defense
Second
the
down.
best in the division, with the exception of that McBain loss. In conference play, they've only allowed 8 points, and that was to Lake City last week. Otherwise, in conference play, Beal City is averaging north of 40 points a game. Beal City trying to continue to work their magic here. This defense trying to find an answer. Smith hands it off to Block, who runs it towards the right side and is brought down, picks up a few yards. And the 3rd and short here.
Block, the ball carrier.
Clock officially under 8 minutes to
Tackle
go
made
here
by
into the
Cody
first
McCoy.
half. These Everett fans
Brings up third and
get
one
off
for the
their
Aggies.
feet. Sorry, get off their seat. Not had a whole lot to cheer about tonight. We've had a ton to cheer about in the weeks prior, but looking good for Everett here as we're about a little over halfway to go, a little under halfway to go in the second quarter. Skylar Smith motions his receiver, hands it off to his running back to the left side, and is brought down.
Number one,
This time,
Owen McKinney.
Owen McKinney on the carry. Should be enough for a first down.
Brought down right near
Our
the
offensive
first
line
down
thinks
marker.
so.
Yeah, they're going to give it to
And
him.
the
It's a
officials
first down
will give it to
Aggies.
him. Another first down and 10 for the Aggies. In years past, Everett has played Beal City very tightly. Nothing quite like this. And last year was a dominant win against Everett, a 30-14 win. He snapped the ball and they handed it off to the back, and as he met at the line, that's the first time tonight he was met at the line of scrimmage.
Alex Rutluski on the stop for
Finding a little bit of a
Wildcats.
groove now.
No gain on the play, brings up second and 10.
For many years now, these two teams have been kind of felt worlds apart. A couple of years ago was one of the tighter games that Beal City has played against them. It was a 6-21 win for Beal City. Wide receiver in motion again. Skyler's going to keep it. He throws deep down the sideline, and it's tipped up and broke off. And that breathes some life into this crowd.
Pass broken up by Dallas Langworthy.
Dallas Langworthy
Brings up third
with a
and
nice
10.
stop here defensively. If it wasn't for his hands, that would have been another 6 for the Aggies. .536 to go here in the second quarter. 30-0 lead for the Aggies. They're going to have the ball 3rd and 10 at the 29. See if they can get going here. Motions another receiver. He'll keep it again. Stops, turns left, and now he's getting eaten up by the Wildcats, and he's sacked for a loss. A big defensive stop for the Wildcats. We'll make it 4th and long. And it's most likely going to go for territory for the Aggies.
The 4th and long coming up for Beal
A
City.
little bit too long to kick the field goal, and it feels a little too short. Kick a punt, but I guess you could really pin him back deep if you wanted to. But what this offense needs is one more stop. One more stop is what they'll need as this offense comes back onto the field. Big stop coming up, or a big play coming up here. Out of the shotgun. Smith looking left, now rolling out to his right. Throws on the runs, got a man, it's poked away. Then it's a turnover on downs for the Wildcats. A big stop, their first stop of the night.
The defense holds, and the Wildcats will take over. 1st and 10.
And that's pretty much what it feels.
Actually, we got a flag down near the
now a flag. Is this
near
going
sideline.
to... This might throw away any opportunities of the Wildcats potentially getting the ball back. And it's going to be 4th and inches, actually more. Yeah, that's a costly penalty for the Wildcats. And that's just kind of the night it's been forever. Just when you think you got your first stop of the night, that dreaded flag comes out of the official's pocket, and it kills any momentum you might have thought you had. So Beal City with the ball on the 19-yard line, 1st and 10. Trying to cash in another 6 here. It's just been touchdowns after touchdowns for the Aggies all night long. Hands it off to the receiver, runs it down the left sideline, and he stays on his feet across the 10, 5, and does he bulldoze his way into the end zone? He does. Touchdown, Aggies. Makes it 36-0 here in the first half. 4:10 to go in the second quarter. And man, oh man, Evart just cannot catch a break here tonight. I think they got a big stop on 4th and long. Flag comes in, moves the ball up, 15 yards. Beal City next play, touchdown. It's been the night. Should be a continuous clock after this though. Place is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good for the Aggies.
Martin's kick is good.
We're going to take a 60-second break. 4:09 left to go here in the second quarter. Aggies lead at 37-0. You're listening to Evart Wildcats football here on WBZX Big Rapids.
Hey, Northern Michigan. Rich Smulligan here from the Ina store in beautiful downtown Ina. Fall is particularly beautiful here in Ina, but we all know what follows it. Right now, it's time to prepare for all that snow with a new Boss snowplow for your truck or utility vehicle. You'll be ready to restore order to your driveway or parking lot with a new Michigan-made Boss snowplow. Call us today at the Ina store, your Cadillac area Boss plow dealer, for a great preseason deal before winter hits.
Yep, I bet they could do that. RCB Contracting. From septic systems to professional excavating services, both residential and commercial, RCB Contracting is local. RCB Contracting is reliable. RCB Contracting is dependable. RCB Contracting supports local Evart athletics and wants to wish the Wildcats the best of luck in tonight's game. Teamwork makes the dream work. Call 231-846-0800. RCB Contracting, your excavating pros and winter plow experts.
4:09 to go here in the second quarter. It's 37-0. Beal City leads it. Beal City getting ready for another kickoff here. And it's a low line drive kick. It'll be received at the 10. Pick it up. Across the 20. Now running towards the Evart sideline. And gets brought down at the 25. So it's 4 minutes to go.
He brings it up near the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Wildcats are going to try to have to flip the field yet again, just like they did last possession, but they were unable to get any points last possession.
First and 10
Aggies
Wildcats.
had the ball. Started the ball at their own 5. Anderson trying to get something going here. Wildcats have not gone into halftime all year scoreless. Continue that trend. Anderson throws over the middle. Got a man. It's caught, but dropped. And they're calling it incomplete. I thought they might have had a fumbled there, but Noah Vanderlyn is down right now. He slowly went down to the ground. Holy kicking his right leg. His face held down to the ground. Vanderlyn very slow to get up, and I think he just kind of got met with a brick wall by one of the defenders there by the Aggies. Right now, you kind of see it. I mean, this Aggies team right now, a brick wall is pretty much what they are. This defense is a lot bigger and a lot stronger than Evart. And that goes to show why they've been so dominant over the last many, many years. So Vanderlyn very slow to get up. And he'll walk very gingerly off the field. And so there goes one of the big targets for Heiden Anderson and in this passing game. You're going to be looking for Lucas Johnson most likely. And then Magnuson and Dryson Derscheid are your next couple of options. As well as Cameron Swales.
Second down and 10.
So 3:54 to go, second and 10 at the 25. Anderson, two wide receivers on each side. Swales in the backfield, snaps the ball, looking right, throws right, and it's picked off by the Aggies.
Intercepted, that's number 13.
Lucas Johnson, I think there was some miscommunication there as if he was supposed to cut back on a curl route. Curl at all. He was still going downfield. And by the time he actually curled, the ball was already in the hands of the Aggies. And now Aggies with a chance to make it a 40-plus point lead before halftime. And Aggies right now kind of looking like they're playing a video game right now on easy. It was like every play is going for a big play if you're Beal City. See what Beal City does here on 1st and 10 at the 30. We'll snap it off on a little bit of a jet sweep motion. Got a couple of blocks across the 30, 25. Trying to make another across the 20. Tries to spin and is brought down.
Number 1, Owen
McKinney, 25.
Brought down by Heiden Anderson.
Receiver that was on the run there. He's now slow to get up. Grabbing at his left knee after the spin move. I'm sure the grass is maybe a little bit slick right now.
Back near the 35-yard line.
Darker it gets, the more moisture there is.
Could be holding against the Aggies.
And that play is going to come back. So Evart catching a break here. As a holding penalty is called. At this rate, the continuous clock begins in the second half. So, unless Evart scores, keep it within 35 points, there will be a continuous clock to begin the second half.
The Aggies will replay first down.
It'll be 1st and 18 at the 43-yard line now. And he's moving left to right from our viewpoint. Smith hands it off to the back, who runs it up the middle and gets pushed back. It'll be second and long now.
Running back is stood up by number 70, Gil McKay.
Everett's defense trying to come through with a stop here, maybe give them a little bit of momentum going through the half, but they're going to have to play perfect football in the second half if they want any chance of coming back into this game, or at least making it close. I think trying to find the end zone for the first time in this half would be a start. Not the night you had envisioned if you're Ben Bryant and co. Tyler Smith has a receiver in motion. He goes out to the left side across the 30 and brought down just at there. And nice pickup. It'll be third down.
Brought down by number 5, Bryson Dershide.
Short. It should be about 3rd and 5 now.
A gain of 12 on the play brings up 3rd and 5 for the Aggies.
Quiet night forever. These crowds, this.
If we could get the 2023 softball team to make their way down the track. The 2023 softball team to make their way down the track.
Former Evart natives in town to show off. Aggies with another receiver in motion, and now he's break loose down the sideline again. 10-5, touchdown.
Aggies. Small into the end zone, and the Aggies touchdown.
And the offensive put out continues, makes it 43-0 with 1:48 to go here in the second quarter.
Once again, if we could get that.
And it just kind of feels like
team and coaches.
No, the defense, they're just ghosts. Anytime Beal City tries to run the ball, they're just breaking loose. Well, they're going on for the kick. Ball snap, places down, the kick is up, the kick is good. 44-0, 1:48 to go here in the second quarter. We're going to take a 60-second break. You're listening to Everett Wildcats football here on B1039.
Your hometown, family-owned propane company, QB Propane, would like to thank their customers for supporting them for several years. Sacrifice, resilience, and teamwork are all part of what makes tonight's Everett High School football game so exciting. Supporting local first is what QB Propane is known for. Propane by the tank or prompt service and delivery. Call QB Propane to find out more or to set up service. 989-544-2188. QB Propane.
Just like the Wildcats team, we know that hard work, dedication, and a little hometown pride can achieve amazing things. Ice Mountain is cheering on the Wildcats as they take the field tonight, and we invite you to join us in showing your support. At Ice Mountain, we're more than just a business. We are part of this community, and together, we win. Let's make some noise for the Wildcats.
1:48 to go here in the first half. Beal City on top 44-0 over the Wildcats. As Beal City lining up for another kickoff here in the first half. If not, this offense and defense, really no answer. There's one really good drive for Evart. Other than that, not a whole lot going as this ball is going to bounce out of bounds at around the 10. Flag is thrown. Should bring the ball up to about the 25-yard line. Wildcats have a minute and 47 seconds to try to find the end zone before the half. Again, they have not been shut out in the first half all season long. Wildcats have been pretty dominant up to this point of the year. They've been playing a lot of the bottom tier teams in the Highland Conference, and now over the next couple of weeks they get to play all the top teams in the conference. Anderson trying to get something going here. He snaps the ball, looking right, looking left. He's going to keep it himself as he runs it up the middle, across the 40, across the 45, and an up to first down.
A first down, Wildcats.
Heiden Anderson with a nice keep. Make it first and 10 at the 46. Anderson, again, two wide receivers on each side. Swales in the backfield with him. Anderson snaps the ball, looking left, pump fakes left, throws deep down the left sideline. Nobody's looking. Man, out of bounds. I think Heiden Anderson's starting to see some ghosts as well.
Brings up second and 10.
You kind of start feeling the crowd being a little bit restless here now at Osceola Fairgrounds. Second and 10 with 1:16 to go here in this first half. Been a very, very frustrating night, and be curious to see what Ben Bryant's got to say about tonight's game later next week. Anderson snaps the ball, looking right. He rolls out to his right now. He'll throw on the run, tries to throw it to Swales, but ends up being a check down. Anderson right now is just all over the place, just not looking like himself. He's usually pretty high up there in completion, in terms of completion percentage, but tonight, I feel like I can count on one hand with how many times he's completed a pass. And the confidence right now for this offense is just at an all-time low. Beal City just continuing to beat down and show why they're one of the top teams in the state. Anderson snaps the ball, looking right. He's going to throw right, and the ball is tipped up in the air and incomplete.
Pass intended for Magnuson falls.
Brendan Magnuson was the intended receiver on the play. And there's been a couple of times tonight, a handful of times really, where Anderson has gotten the ball there. Just the ball has been tipped up by the receivers. So really kind of on both ends. I'm sure there's a little bit of frustration on Anderson's part. Maybe he's throwing with a little bit more power. Maybe he's trying to get it over this tall defensive line. So 4th and 10 now. They're going for it. Punt team here. And now we're going to get a whistle here on Evart. First timeout of the half of 2 remaining. 106 to go. We're going to take a timeout ourselves. 60 seconds. We'll be back. You're listening to Evart Wildcats football here on B1039.
Neptune's Ice Cream Shop in downtown Evart carries premium hand-dipped ice cream. With indoor seating, choose a single flavor or go wild for their waffle nachos or flights with 3 to 5 flavors of ice cream. They also offer mini donuts, milkshakes, and $5 to $12 lunch specials with wraps, tacos, sliders, chili, and dogs. Downtown Evart, Neptune's Ice Cream Shop.
It takes knowledge and expertise to drill a well, and that's why folks around here trust Waldron Drilling, a 4th-generation, family-owned business since the 1930s. Waldron Drilling can drill from 4-inch up to 24-inch wells, offering free estimates for new installations. Voted Osceola County's favorite well driller for the past 5 years. Quality, customer satisfaction, safety, and honest work. That's the Waldron way. Waldron Well Drilling of Evart at waldrondrilling.com or call 231-734-5168.
106 to go here in the first half. Anderson trying to get something going here. Actually, they're going to punt it. Bryson Derscheid with a beautiful punt down the field. And this is going to take a nice, courteous bounce. Nobody in position to receive here. I think Beal City had thoughts of them doing the option run pitch catch play thing again. Under a minute to go officially. We'll see what Beal City's got in store here right before half. They do have a chance to try to make it a 50-point lead going into the locker room. One score will do that. And with how explosive Beal City has been up to this point, it's very well possible. So Beal City comes to the line. See what they plan on doing here before half. Smith snaps the ball, hands it off to his back, who finds a hole, runs to the outside across the 20, and is ripped and brought to out of bounds.
Number 1, McKinney.
Stop the clock here. 29.3 seconds.
Picks up 5 yards.
4-0. Beal City leads it. If you're just now joining us, well, Beal City, pretty much it feels like every play, they either hand the ball off or they do a jet sweep and it turns into a touchdown. It's a big play. 20 yards to be playing. We'll have totals coming out of half. Snaps the ball, hands it off to his back, following the lead blocker, and is brought down.
Number 1, McKinney, brought down by number 7.
In front of the 30-yard line. 45 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And this alumni night, pitch black lights are on. It's the only thing really that is bright right now, other than how hot this offense is for Beal City. This has definitely been one of the larger scoring advantages that the Aggies have had over history against Evart. And Evart trying to snap that winning streak here tonight for Beal City. It doesn't look like it's gonna happen, at least at this rate. Smith snaps the ball. Fumble on the play. Beal City jumped back on it. Looks like the center did.
He's number 77.
And that's the end of the first half. So as we head in the locker room, Beal City 44, Evart 0. Not a whole lot to recap right now. Just a lot of scoring on Beal City's end. We're gonna take our halftime show. We'll have a little something from the MHSAA. We'll come back with in about 15 minutes or so. We'll have some totals for you.
you're listening to Everett Wildcats football here on B1039.
Sir Heating and Air Conditioning cares about your peace of mind, and a Generac home standby generator will provide just that. One of the most frustrating and perhaps life-threatening events to happen to you and your family is loss of power. Maybe a few minutes, maybe a week or more. But take comfort that your Generac automatic home generator is always ready to provide all the power you need so that life goes on uninterrupted. And now Generac is adding 7 years to their usual 3-year warranty. That means 10 years of service as part of your generator purchase. Call Sir Heating and Air Conditioning, your Generac experts, at 989-598-0534. Rest easy with a Generac home standby generator at the ready from family-owned and operated Sir Heating and Air Conditioning in Remus, 989-598-0534.
Your friends at Lang Mechanical join all of us in hoping for an Everett football victory. If you want your heating and cooling system to be a winner all year long, get in touch with Lang Mechanical day or night. 231-388-0632. And go Wildcats!
Another entry into the football record book, and the soccer postseason puts foot to ball in just a few days. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Westland John Glenn's James Phillips Jr. returned an interception from one end zone to the other for a touchdown against Wayne Memorial last Friday. Now, if you're like me, when you saw that play or read about it, you thought, is that a record? How many people have done that before in Michigan? And who keeps track of all that? Well, MHSAA.com has all of those answers and more for all of the sports we sponsor, not just football. In this case, Phillips's pick six ties the record for the longest interception return for a touchdown, 100 yards, set 40 times in history. Birmingham's Tom Tracy was the first to do it against Hazel Park in 1951. The only time it's happened in an MHSAA final was in 1991, when Battle Creek Penfield's Jason Livengood did it against Negaunee in Class CC. All of those interception returns go into the book as 100 yards, even if the pass is picked off deep in the end zone. That's the same for kickoff and punt returns and fumble returns. It's the standard used by the National Federation of State High School Associations and how the MHSAA determines all records. Schools must submit statistics on record-worthy performances, which are evaluated to see if they fit NFHS criteria and MHSAA standards. To see the record book for any of our sports, log on to MHSAA.com. Click on that sport and then click Records. You'll see team and individual records, championship game records, and coaching records. And if you have a record to submit, you can email it to us at records@mhsaa.com. But please be sure to include as much documentation as possible, including a copy of the scorebook, the yearbook, even a newspaper article. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. First, Midland Owl's Victoria Garces. She was first in the Elite Division at the Shepherd Blue Jay Invitational with a time of 17 minutes, 26 seconds. The Allen Park Swim and Dive team, they captured their first Downriver Classic title since 2010, using a strong team effort to win in the 10-team event. And a Colin Lambert of Ogama Heights. He scored the game-winning touchdown with a minute left in a 41-34 win over Clare.
Graduating seniors could qualify for a tuition-free skills certificate or associate degree through the new Community College Guarantee, no matter their GPA or your household income. Or if your child plans to attend a 4-year university or career school, the Michigan Achievement Scholarship Program has them covered. They could get up to $27,500 toward a bachelor's degree or up to $4,000 for career training. Complete the FAFSA to get started at mi.gov/achievement.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with registered official Paige Winnie.
We're on the golf course today, and our approach into 18 has gone from bad to worse. Or has it? Our shot lands in a puddle in the middle of a bunker, which certainly isn't good. But because water in a bunker is an abnormal course condition, we're allowed free relief. We're able to go to the nearest spot of relief, no closer to the hole, and drop within a club's length of that spot, while still playing from the bunker. Or relief can be taken outside of the bunker, no closer to the hole, and within line of shot, but a penalty stroke is added. So you have two options if you find water inside a bunker. Only one requires you to take a penalty stroke. Of course, the best course of action is to avoid the bunkers altogether.
Thanks, Paige. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, please go to the MHSAA website now to register. District play for boys soccer starts Wednesday, October 9th. The brackets for each of the 4 divisions were released on Sunday, and each district is seeded using the Michigan Power Rating. Brackets and team info is all available at MHSAA.com. 32 district winners in each division will advance to regionals, which start October 22nd. The semifinals are Wednesday, October 30th, and all 4 finals are Saturday, November 2nd, hosted at Grand Ledge High School. Division 4 kicks us off at 10 a.m., followed by Division 3 at 12:30, Division 2 at 3:30, and the day ends with Division 1 at 6 p.m. Postseason soccer tickets can be purchased at gofan.co, and you can watch on the NFHS network. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll be back next week.
B1039.
Hi, I'm Michaela.
And I'm Lauren.
And we're with Big Rapids Roofing, where roofing meets community.
Get ahead of the weather and be prepared for winter.
Don't wait until it's too late. Call us today to book your free estimate appointment.
Whether it's roofing, siding, windows, doors, or gutters, Big Rapids Roofing has got you covered.
Call us today at 231-629-8088.
Again, don't wait. Call us today at 231-629-8088.
Let nothing stand between you and the tree stand with the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick. Featuring a gas-powered engine that delivers a top speed of 40 miles per hour, best-in-class acceleration and handling with cargo, and the strength to haul what needs hauling, all backed by a 2-year, 1,000-hour warranty. Get ready for hunting season with the Kubota Sidekick. Visit your local Kubota dealer today. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Stop by the Ina store, your Cadillac area Kubota dealer in beautiful downtown Ina.
Yep, I bet they could do that. RCB Contracting. From septic systems to professional excavating services, both residential and commercial, RCB Contracting is local. RCB Contracting is reliable. RCB Contracting is dependable. RCB Contracting supports local Evart athletics and wants to wish the Wildcats the best of luck in tonight's game. Teamwork makes the dream work. Call 231-846-0800. RCB Contracting, your excavating pros and winter plow experts.
Your hometown, family-owned propane company, QB Propane, would like to thank their customers for supporting them for several years. Sacrifice, resilience, and teamwork are all part of what makes tonight's Evart High School football game so exciting. Supporting local first is what QB Propane is known for. Propane by the tank or prompt service and delivery. Call QB Propane to find out more or to set up service. 989-544-2188. QB Propane. Hometown store fixtures are as close as 11071 US 10 in Evart. Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures not only helps with on-site store liquidations, they have store fixtures like used Lozier shelving, true self-contained coolers and freezers, and they provide delivery and installation, plus sell walk-in coolers and teardrop pallet racking. Supporting the local Evart community for years, both for local stores and the Evart football team. Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures is a proud local supporter of the Evart football game broadcast. Go Wildcats! Step into the excitement at AJ's Event Center in Evart. Swing in for top-notch bowling lanes, an action-packed arcade, food and spirits with a smashing new experience coming soon. Plus, indulge in all-you-can-eat fish on Fridays and Saturdays. Located just 2 miles west of Evart on US 10, find us on Facebook for all the latest updates and specials. Make every moment unforgettable at AJ's Event Center.
Worth Landscaping, a second-generation business, has been a proud supporter of Evart Public Schools and all Evart athletics for more than 25 years. Worth Landscaping specializes in irrigation systems, landscape design, hardscapes, hydroseeding, lawn care, to commercial snow and ice removal in the winter. Contact Josh Worth at 231-349-5693 or Tyler Worth 231-629-5150. It'll be worth the call. Worth Landscaping.
Happiness is ice cream, and ice cream is happiness. so it only makes sense that the Evart Dairy Whip is Evert's happy place. Love soft serve? Come be happy. Prefer a hand-dipped Sunday Wizard? It's happy. Plus, hamburgers, salads, wraps, and coney dogs topped with national chili. When you need a dose of happy, come to the Evart Dairy Whip and leave with a smile. Open 10 till 9 all week. 7th Street in Evart. Happy to support the Wildcats.
Transform your space with Extremely Clean, your go-to for impeccable interior room painting projects. Schedule your room before the fall rush with a keen eye for detail and a commitment to excellence. The team at Extremely Clean will bring your vision to life. Don't miss the opportunity for a fresh, vibrant new look. Call 231-408-5943 to schedule your quote today. Extremely Clean, where you say it, we spray it.
Stop in to Northland Area Federal Credit Union in Evart, Reed City, or any of their 17 branches in northern Michigan to find great rates on many different financial products. While banks merge more often than you can keep track of and impose increased fees, Northland is a not-for-profit financial co-op committed to helping you save money. They specialize in small business growth and services. Check them out at northlandcu.com. Northland is federally insured by the NCUA.
B1039.
Sir Heating and Air Conditioning cares about your peace of mind, and a Generac home standby generator will provide just that. One of the most frustrating and perhaps life-threatening events to happen to you and your family is loss of power. Maybe a few minutes, maybe a week or more. But take comfort that your Generac automatic home generator is always ready to provide all the power you need so that life goes on uninterrupted. And now Generac is adding 7 years to their usual 3-year warranty. That means 10 years of service as part of your generator purchase. Call Sir Heating and Air Conditioning, your Generac experts, at 989-598-0534. Rest easy with a Generac home standby generator at the ready from family-owned and operated Sir Heating and Air Conditioning in Remus, 989-598-0534.
Your friends at Lang Mechanical join all of us in hoping for an Everett football victory. If you want your heating and cooling system to be a winner all year long, get in touch with Lang Mechanical day or night. 231-388-0632. And go Wildcats!
Hi, I'm Michaela.
And I'm Lauren.
And we're with Big Rapids Roofing, where roofing meets community.
Get ahead of the weather and be prepared for winter.
Don't wait until it's too late. Call us today to book your free estimate appointment.
Whether it's roofing, siding, windows, doors, or gutters, Big Rapids Roofing has got you covered.
Call us today at 231-629-8088.
Again, don't wait. Call us today at 231-629-8088.
Let nothing stand between you and the tree stand with the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick, featuring a gas-powered engine that delivers a top speed of 40 miles per hour, best-in-class acceleration and handling with cargo, and the strength to haul what needs hauling, all backed by a 2-year, 1,000-hour warranty. Get ready for hunting season with the Kubota Sidekick. Visit your local Kubota dealer today. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Stop by the Ina store, your Cadillac area Kubota dealer in beautiful downtown Ina.
Yep, I bet they could do that. RCB Contracting. From septic systems to professional excavating services, both residential and commercial, RCB Contracting is local. RCB Contracting is reliable. RCB Contracting is dependable. RCB Contracting supports local Everett athletics and wants to wish the Wildcats the best of luck in tonight's game. Teamwork makes the dream work. Call 231-846-0800. RCB Contracting, your excavating pros and winter plow experts.
Your hometown, family-owned propane company, QB Propane, would like to thank their customers for supporting them for several years. Sacrifice, resilience, and teamwork are all part of what makes tonight's Everett High School football game so exciting. Supporting local first is what QB Propane is known for. Propane by the tank or prompt service and delivery. Call QB Propane to find out more or to set up service. 989-544-2188. QB Propane. Step into the excitement at AJ's Event Center in Everett. Swing in for top-notch bowling lanes, an action-packed arcade, food and spirits with a smashing new experience coming soon. Plus, indulge in all-you-can-eat fish on Fridays and Saturdays. Located just 2 miles west of Everett on US 10, find us on Facebook for all the latest updates and specials. Make every moment unforgettable at AJ's Event Center.
Hometown store fixtures are as close as 11071 US 10 in Evart. Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures not only helps with on-site store liquidations, they have store fixtures like used Lozier shelving, true self-contained coolers and freezers, and they provide delivery and installation, plus sell walk-in coolers and teardrop pallet racking. Supporting the local Evart community for years, both for local stores and the Evart football team. Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures is a proud local supporter of the Evart football game broadcasts. Go Wildcats!
Worth Landscaping, a second-generation business, has been a proud supporter of Evart Public Schools and all Evart athletics for more than 25 years. Worth Landscaping specializes in irrigation systems, landscape design, hardscapes, hydroseeding, lawn care, to commercial snow and ice removal in the winter. Contact Josh Worth at 231-349-5693 or Tyler Worth 231-629-5150. It'll be worth the call. Worth Landscaping.
Welcome back here on B1039 as we are getting ready here for the start of the second half. Both sides still in the locker room as we speak, but let's take a look at some of these stats after a rough, very rough first half for the Evart Wildcats. Total yards wise, Evart was 76 and Beal City with 373 total yards. Evart with just 4 first downs up to this point, and Beal City with just 9. Time of possession, it's similar, but Beal City has got a 5-minute advantage up to this point. And rushing yards, Evart with just 18, and Beal City with 337 first half rushing yards. And, well, if you are just now joining us, I mean, that pretty much tells you the story of this game. I mean, Beal City, I said it earlier, it has felt like they are playing a football video game on easy mode right now. And it's just every play goes for big, explosive yardage. And Evart right now, like they're playing on the hardest difficulty. Like they just cannot find an answer. So it's been very difficult. And for Evart, the passing is usually the name of their game, and tonight it is not, man. There's 7. Andy Anderson, again, one of the top passing quarterbacks in the entire state of Michigan, and tonight he's 7 for 20, 58 total yards and 1 interception. Had the ball down at the 5-yard line looking to score for the first time and just was unable to cash it in. And at one point, Beal City had the ball in their hands and nothing but green grass in front of them, just could not hold on to the ball. Had that would have been another pick 6, and this probably would have been a 50-0 game. But for Beal City, they've only passed it twice for 36 yards, so just 1 for 2 on that end side of things. But rushing leader for the Wildcats, Heiden Anderson, 14 yards, and that was a couple QB scrambles. But, you know, on Beal City, yes, this is an Evart-dominated broadcast, but really there's not a whole lot to talk about for the Wildcats tonight. You can just, unless it's negative-wise, but Beal City, Austin Small, this is rushing speaking. Again, they have 337 total rushing yards, but Austin Small has 5 carries for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. Block has 8 carries for 77 yards and 2 touchdowns, and McKenney, 54 yards, 1 touchdown on 7 carries. Appreciate the statistician for Beal City for putting that together for me. It's nice to see how things have been going. It's going to be interesting to see what the message was at halftime for Evart, and we'll see what Beal City does. I know I'm talking to a couple of Beal City folks and Beal City broadcasters, and they're saying they're surprised with how this game has been going. They were definitely expecting it to be a little bit tougher. I know the statistician that I was just speaking with, he said, well, we thought this was going to be kind of our game that we kind of fell short of, but we just couldn't get clicking. And well, that hasn't certainly been the case tonight, as they have a 44-point lead. Everett's going to start the second half with the ball, as both teams are officially out of the locker room now. They are doing their second half stretches to start, but curious to see what this offense puts together, if their defense comes up with any stops. That was another thing, too. The defense, I don't think, forced a turnover on downs at all. They did have one, but it was a costly defensive holding call that brought them all the way back. So for Beal City, I'd expect them to keep laying on the gas. They have a pretty good chance of putting up some record numbers tonight against what they thought was to be one of the biggest
what is one of the biggest rivals that they face all year in the Highland Conference. Beal City, they need to win out. McBain just needs to keep winning as well if they want to win the conference. But for Beal City, they got to hope McBain loses at least 2 of their next 4. It's kind of tough as we enter the second half of the season. And for Evart, I mean, they've looked great. You know, they're 4-1 tonight. Most likely end up 4-2. Things could change. 4 points in the half. Well, the Aggies did it. Can't the Wildcats, but. You know, you look back at their season up to this point. Evart has a really good chance of entering tonight's game 5-0. You know, if it goes to the ifs game, but if that game in Lake City wasn't cruddy weather, if it wasn't 40 degrees, if it wasn't windy, if it wasn't cold, Evart probably wins that game. But can't change the ifs. So about a minute left until kickoff. We're going to take a 60-second break. You're listening to Evart Wildcats football here on B1039.
Happiness is ice cream, and ice cream is happiness. So it only makes sense that the Evart Dairy Whip is Evert's happy place. Love soft serve? Come be happy. Prefer a hand-dipped Sunday Wizard? It's happy. Plus hamburgers, salads, wraps, and coney dogs topped with national chili. When you need a dose of happy, come to the Evart Dairy Whip and leave with a smile. Open 10 till 9 all week. 7th Street in Evart. Happy to support the Wildcats.
Transform your space with Extremely Clean, your go-to for impeccable interior room painting projects. Schedule your room before the fall rush with a keen eye for detail and a commitment to excellence. The team at Extremely Clean will bring your vision to life. Don't miss the opportunity for a fresh, vibrant new look. Call 231-408-5943 to schedule your quote today. Extremely Clean, where you say it, we spray it.
Welcome back here on B1039. Fresh 12 up on the clock. It'll be a continuous clock to start the second half with Beal City. The over 35-point lead is 44-0 as we come out of the half. Evart will start with the ball here in the second half, and well, they're going to have to try to find something, at least try to find the end zone here this half. This is the first time all season that they were shut out in the first half.
Welcome back to the second half action, ladies and gentlemen.
Now in the shoot of potentially their worst loss on the season, potentially in the past decade. This Evart team has been looked really good over history, or at least over the last 10 years or so. As the kicker for Beal City gets ready to go. A lot of the crowd that was here in the first half is dispersed back into the world. Not Osceola Fairgrounds. Here we go. Kick is away, and it's received at the 15 across the 10. And breaks loose across the 35 and is brought down in between the 35-yard line. And it looks like the Wildcats are going to start with the ball at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10. 11:45, and remember, continuous clock. I'm trying my best to keep updating you throughout the game as the Wildcats will try to piece a comeback or at least show some sign of life as we go through this second half. Anderson stats the ball, goes over his head. Anderson has to jump on it, and he will have the ball now. And man, you were hoping for maybe some bit of a spark entering this second half, and first snap of the game, or half rather, was over the head of Anderson. Gate Mitchell struggled a couple of weeks ago in that Pine River game. It didn't really affect the outcome of the game, but struggled then. Settled back in last week, and that's his first really bad snap in tonight's game. Anderson snaps the ball, fakes it off to Swales. He'll throw right. He's got a man. It's caught. And he gets back past the original line of scrimmage. That was completed to Cade Morgan. He's been quiet. He's a sophomore. He doesn't get a whole lot of touches.
3rd and 8 coming up.
Third and 8 now for the Wildcats. A couple of guys in motioning left to right for Evart. Anderson snapping the ball, fakes it off. He'll keep it, runs it up the middle, breaks loose, across the 50, and brought down in front of the 45-yard line. And the Evert's leading rusher tonight, picking up a big carry. 13 yards in the first half, and pretty much equalizes that on that carry alone. First and 10 as they flip to the field. Again, Evart moving left to right, the way we look at the field. A couple of receivers out the left, one out to the right, running back in the backfield with Anderson. Anderson snaps the ball, fakes it off to his back. Anderson's going to keep it again. Picks up about 5 or 6 yards on the play. Will be second and short here. Pick up. Evart moving the ball nicely after that costly snap by Gabe Mitchell, the center. Continuous clock, bringing the game time down to about just north of 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 44-0 Beal City lead. Evart on a nice little drive though here. Snaps the ball, fakes it off, pump fakes it left. He's trying to move back, stays on his feet, breaks another tackle, trying to make a couple misses. He misses his third. He's going to keep it himself. And across the 35 and eventually tackled in front of the 30-yard line. Nice invasion. Would have been a big tackle for loss. They're down and now it's first and 10 at the 34-yard line. With under 8.5 to go here in the third. Anderson has done a lot on his feet here this half. Snaps the ball, high snap, screen play out to the left, makes the defender miss, across the 30, 35, or excuse me, 25, and brought down in front of the 20. Well, Evart moving the ball very nicely here to open up the half.
First down, Evart.
Whatever they talked about in the locker room seems to be working for him up to this point. First and 10 at the 23-yard line. Closing in 23 yards to go to the goal line. Heiden Anderson again in that shotgun formation. Trips to the right. Receiver out to the left. He's running back in the backfield is Dryson Dershot. Fakes it off to Dershot. Throws it to the left. And thrown just behind the receiver, it looks like.
Anderson's pass intended for Vanderlyn falls in.
Vanderlyn on that slant route. I was just talking to Lucas Johnson's father, who does the public address announcing here for the Evart Wildcats. And man, it kind of feels like teams have kind of figured out Lucas over the last couple of games. He hasn't been getting that many catches, or at least targets. Vanderlyn has kind of moved back into the driver's seat over the last couple of games. Anderson motioning his receiver right to left. Fakes it off to his receiver, hands it off to his back, runs it across the 10, breaks the tackle, across the 15, 10, 5, and tackled. Evart
inside the 10-yard
with a great offensive possession here.
First and goal, Evart.
Really making things look good here.
We'll find Elias on the stop.
6:40 to go here in the third quarter. Continuous clock due to the deficit that Evart finds themselves in. Now Heiden Anderson trying to punch Everett's ticket across the goal line. They have not been able to do that all game. Beal City trying to keep their shutout intact. Anderson bobbles the snap, has to keep it, and just tries to plus out of it, but he's going to get tackled for a loss of about 4. Scoreboard says the 11-yard line. I believe it's
the first to get to it.
And they're going to officially mark it at the 10, so we're all wrong. Under 6 to go.
Wildcats lose 5 yards. They're second and goal from the 10-yard line.
We saw Evart fault down at the goal line earlier last half. There's a chance to put themselves on top. They couldn't score, so now trying to cash in here. Anderson throws a fader towards the end zone and overthrown.
Anderson's pass.
And Cade Morgan down in the end zone. Morgan
only has 6 foot 1 inch of himself to try to catch that ball. And unfortunately for him, he's not like the mother from The Incredibles. So third down, third and goal at the 11-yard line for the Wildcats. Anderson. Wildcats have had the ball this entire quarter so far. Anderson will throw it out to the left and overthrows the screenplay. And now it's 4th down. And do you just try to kick the field goal to get some points here for Ben Bryant?
Magnuson falls incomplete. 4th down coming up
here. It's been just complete disarray for Heiden Anderson tonight. Just has not looked like himself. Again, 7 for 20 in the first half. A couple of big explosive plays, but that was pretty much it. So they got to go for it here with 11 yards to the goal line. Anderson snaps the ball. He's looking left, looking right, and now he's in trouble. He's going to dump it off to his running back, and he has to dive on it. It's a catch, but it's a turnover on downs. And Evart, the struggles in the red zone continue. They're 0 for 2 now, but they had 4 downs to do it, and they just couldn't find their way across the goal line.
From their own 9-yard line.
3:45 to go here in the third quarter. Again, continuous clock due to the lead, and now Beal City, with already the insurmountable lead, has a chance to really put the final nail in the coffin is what it feels like if they score here. And while they've had explosive play after explosive play all night long. And we'll see what they do here as they have the ball on the 9-yard line, 1st and 10 here in the third quarter. Kyler Smith under center. Correction, in the shotgun. Motions his receiver, and who is running it towards the left side and is tackled just beyond the 5-yard line. Scoreboard's wrong. I believe I said 9-yard line. Ball was on the 9.
Number 2, Austin Smalls, ball carrier. Heiden Anderson, the first to get to him.
Alumni here at the Osceola Fairgrounds. It's a beautiful day. A bit chillier than this, and now it's starting to feel like fall weather. 3.5 to go here in the third quarter. Moving right along. Kyler Smith under center. Motions his receiver, hands it off to his back, who runs it towards the left side of the line, and is met by the pack of Wildcats.
Ball carrier. Tackled by Heath Mitchell, number 60.
Third down now. Wildcats trying to get their first third down stop of the half. They did get a third down stop in the first half, but they went for it on 4th down, and that's when that costly penalty happened. Two possessions, or 2 offensive possessions here this quarter. It's one of the nicer things once the games kind of get out of hand is just, and then at this point, just kind of hope nobody gets hurt. So there's Smith. Hands it off to his receiver, who makes one miss across the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Nothing but green grass in front of him. 40, 35, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Beal City. Their first touchdown of the half goes for 91 yards. And makes it 50-0 Aggies.
92 yards on the run for Smalls.
Austin Smalls' day continued. Almost over 200 rushing yards on the night. Still under 10 carries. 3
3 touchdowns as well. He's had himself a night. Clock stopped now for the extra point attempt. The officials are...
If you could turn the headlights off.
For the car headlights to get turned off.
Just outside of the west end zone, if you could turn your headlights off or leave. That should do it.
There you go. A little come out of comedic relief here in the third quarter. We're ready to play some football. Ball snap, a bit of a high snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 51-0 Aggies.
Point after it is good.
4 seconds left here. And
let's take a minute and meet that Evart cheer team. That fabulous Evart cheer team.
Clock still rolling due to the time. Now they're ready to go. We'll go to break most likely in between quarters, but
how about Addison Helmer?
As we wait, I'd like to thank some of our sponsors for their continuous support throughout this 2024 season of the Wildcats. Big Rapids Roofing, RCB Contracting, Land Mechanical, Ice Mountain Natural Spring Water, Neptune's Ice Cream Shop, Miller's Liquidators and Store Fixtures, Extremely Clean, Waldron Well Drilling, as well as B139. If you want to be a sponsor for these Friday nights for either this year or next year, call your best friend Jen at 231-796-1103. Again, 231-796-1103. We all appreciate your continuous support.
Mara Liebscher. Vanessa Atkins.
High school football every Friday night in the fall.
Cheer team tonight.
And then we'll do it here at the end of the third quarter. Aggies lead at 51-0. We're going to take a 60-second break ourselves.
Our cheer
team come back.
Coached by Miss
we'll have the start of the fourth quarter. You're listening to WBZX Big Rapids.
Stop in to Northland Area Federal Credit Union in Evart, Reed City, or any of their 17 branches in northern Michigan to find great rates on many different financial products. While banks merge more often than you can keep track of and impose increased fees, Northland is a not-for-profit financial co-op committed to helping you save money. They specialize in small business growth and services. Check them out at northlandcu.com. Northland is federally insured by the NCUA.
Hi, I'm Michaela.
And I'm Lauren.
And we're with Big Rapids Roofing, where roofing meets community.
Get ahead of the weather and be prepared for winter.
Don't wait until it's too late. Call us today to book your free estimate appointment.
Whether it's roofing, siding, windows, doors, or gutters, Big Rapids Roofing has got you covered.
Call us today at 231-629-8088.
Again, don't wait. Call us today at 231-629-8088.
Fresh 12 minutes on the play clock. As we get lined up for another kick. Again, continuous clock due to the deficit. Aggies lead at 51-0. Evart just trying to find their way into the end zone. There's a little bit of a pooch kick received around the 30-yard line. And he makes a couple defenders miss across the 40 and brought down just in front of the 45-yard.
Gets up across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 down for the Wildcats, just in front of midfield. Going right to left are the Wildcats. It's been a, again, unfortunate night if you've been tuning in. Wildcats open up the second half with a nice drive all the way down to the red zone, but the closest they got was 5 yards out. And just weren't able to cash in anything. This game, I'm sure, coming as a bit of a shock to most people. Evart just not looking like the team that we've seen up to this point in the season. Evart snaps the ball. It's Anderson. He hands it off to his back, who runs it up the middle. A nice carry across the 50 and up for the first time.
Bryson Dershai running off that first down.
Letting me go here in the game. Switching up running backs. Cameron Swale has typically been the running back this season for the Wildcats, but since about the start of the second quarter, they've seen some things switch up. Dershai out to his right. Anderson snaps the ball, takes it off to Dershai. Anderson keeps it himself, and he gets wrapped up. Maybe a pickup of about a yard or two, a yard and a half, I would say. Second and long now, Wildcats. And at this point, you know that
well, you're not going to score 51 points in the fourth quarter, as much as you'd like to, but for momentum's sake, for positive vibes' sake, I think you're just trying to find the end zone before the end of the game and avoid the shutout. It's the last thing you want in this type of game. Anderson with a quick throw over to the right side. It's caught. And Brendan Magnuson met instantly at the 25-yard line. Picked up maybe a yard more. Maybe another first down at the 34-yard line. 9:45 to go here in the game. A lot of this Everett crowd, not a whole lot to cheer for today. And Anderson trying to change that, though. Anderson snaps it. Throws a screen pass out to his left. And it makes some defenders miss. It's Dallas Langworthy. And he's brought down. So second and long again here for the Wildcats.
Picks him about 3 yards.
Just like in baseball, you have the mercy rule. In basketball and in football, once you get across to a certain lead, the clock doesn't stop. Even for in-between scores. Anderson snaps the ball. He's looking left, going through his progressions. Makes a nice catch. That's Lucas Johnson.
Complete to number 7, Johnson.
Is wrapped up and brought out of bounds just in front of the 20-yard line. Should be enough for a first down for the Wildcats.
First down, he's brought down by number 22.
Wildcats will have the ball at the 22-yard line. 2 yards to the goal line.
Number 22.
That is.
First and 10 Wildcats.
Anderson moving the ball nicely in this half, with the exception in the red zone. Dershide motioning right to left and then back to right. Snaps the ball. Takes it off to Dershide. Facing some pressure. Anderson is going to keep it himself. He comes to the left, slides.
Anderson able to scramble, pick about 5 yards.
Short of the 15-yard line. Second and 5 now on the 17. 7:45 to go here in the half. Aiden Anderson getting the play call from Ben Bryant on the sideline. Motioning his receiver right to left. Takes it off to his receiver. Hands it off to Dershide, who runs it up the middle. It's wrapped up and brought down just beyond the 15.
Coach Bryant, if you could report to the announcer's booth. Coach Bryant, Taylor Bryant, please, to the announcer's booth.
3rd and 3 now. 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 51-0 lead for the Beal City Aggies. Everett Wildcats trying to find the end zone for the first time in this game. Anderson snaps the ball, hands it off to Dershide, running towards the right side, spins, and I believe he's going to be just short of the first down mark.
Picks up a yard.
We're going to mark him just shy. 4th and 2 now. This has not been the game you'd hope for, and I'm sure there's going to be some changes coming up for next week. We got another big game, only at McBain next week. It's going to be a big conference test. Another one, just like Beal City. Anderson snaps the ball, throws over the middle, caught, touchdown. Everett.
Complete to Noah Vanderland.
And it took all the way until 6 minutes left here in the game, and Evert finds the end zone. Anderson to Noah Vanderland. Makes it 51-6. And it looks like they're going to go for 2. Going to go down without a fight, that is for sure. See what they do here, and then you'll most likely see the onside kick. I'm going to go down without a fight, as I've mentioned already. Steps left, receiver out to the right. And Dershide in the backfield alongside of Anderson. Anderson snaps the ball. Takes it off to Dershide. Anderson rolls out to his right, trying to point at his receiver. Makes a defender miss. Rolls back to the left, pitches it down the middle. And it falls short, just incomplete. Lucas Johnson, the intended receiver on the play. So, failed 2-point conversion will remain the score at
this time. I want to take a minute to introduce our outstanding marching band.
6 minutes, 8 seconds to go. We'll take a quick 60-second break.
You have senior Caitlin Joyce,
Everett Wildcats football.
Mamie Wing, and Ava
Let
Payne.
nothing stand between you and the tree stand with the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick, featuring a gas-powered engine that delivers a top speed of 40 miles per hour, best-in-class acceleration and handling with cargo, and the strength to haul what needs hauling, all backed by a 2-year, 1,000-hour warranty. Get ready for hunting season with the Kubota Sidekick. Visit your local Kubota dealer today. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Stop by the Ina store, your Cadillac area Kubota dealer in beautiful downtown Ina.
Yep, I bet they could do that. RCB Contracting. From septic systems to professional excavating services, both residential and commercial, RCB Contracting is local. RCB Contracting is reliable. RCB Contracting is dependable. RCB Contracting supports local Everett athletics and wants to wish the Wildcats the best of luck in tonight's game. Teamwork makes the dream work. Call 231-846-0800. RCB Contracting, your excavating pros and winter plow experts.
Along with Chloe Braden, Natalie Henderson,
6:08.
and Bella
We're going to go
Rickman.
in the fourth quarter. Everett lining up for what is most likely the onside kick here. I believe they're not going to be able to score the equal amount of touchdowns it's going to take to get to 51 points up to this point. But I just want to go down fighting. They worked on the onside kick a couple times last weekend, Matt, and it wasn't able to recover it. They kind of do a bit of a squib kick that is picked up around the 35, and he is dragged out of bounds.
Dershide's kick taken by number 4.
Just beyond the 45, and
knocked out of bounds
Beal
by
City.
number 14, Dallas Langworthy.
6:01 to go here in the game. The clock's not running. It should be running, I believe. But
No, so
Beal City. 44.
I missed one band member. We've got senior Allison Roberts on trombone.
Now the clock's running. Now we're under 60. Beal City. I'm sure looking a little bit of a different offensive look here as they break loose down the right sideline, pushed out of bounds just in front of the 50.
In all tonight, the 50-50
minus the
earnings. 50-50, $774 back to the Payne family. We can't thank you enough.
Everett's defense is just no answers to him. That is just the best way to put it. You're going to have to figure something out because they got the Highland Conference leader, McBain, coming up next week. McBain undefeated at this point in the season.
Small ball carrier brought down by number 11, McCoy.
Small on the carry, brought down.
3rd and 5 for the Aggies.
Nice little pickup. So it'll be 3rd down, but McBain, their first 2 games of the entire season, they had shutouts. They beat Beal City 29-25. Beat Roscommon by a lot, over 50 points scored in that game, and beat Houghton Lake by over 50 points as well. Skylar Smith snaps the ball, hands it off to his back, runs up the middle, and is brought down just in front of the first down marker. So we're going to see the punt team.
For 32, Neil Finnerty, the ball carrier.
Beal City. Looking like we are. I'm sure he's been bored. I know he does other things on the team, but in terms of punting, hasn't had a whole lot to do tonight. Bain Ramblers, 5-0 to start this year.
up a year where they went 7-5. Nice little run though in the playoffs before losing to app nominees. Beat Houghton Lake in the playoffs. Beat Beaverton. The punt, a very sharp line drive. Takes a nice bounce at the 21 and then it goes out of bounds. So Evart just up shop. We're gonna say
this punt goes out of bounds down near the 20-yard line.
Probably around the 20. The ref is standing on the 23-yard line.
At the conclusion of this game,
with 2 road games left this year.
Trash and the white trash barrels at the bottom of the stairs. We greatly appreciate
next week, and then they'll be back home for their final home game, which will also be their homecoming. That'll be versus Houghton Lake. So the clock running down, under 3 to go here in the fourth. 2:45 officially. Anderson getting the call from the sideline. I guess now you just try to get some sympathy points, but you just try to find an answer here. We're finally getting their first defensive stop in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes to go. They're wasting a lot of time right now. I'm sure they just want to get it right. Anderson motioning his running back out to the left. Now his receiver right to left. Fakes it off to his receiver, keeps it. He's going to throw deep down the left sideline. Got a man wide open, but this time it's just thrown a little too far. Oh, Vanderlyn doesn't have the speed of the oldest brother in the Incredibles. Yeah, there you go. 2 Incredible references tonight. No, I have not watched that movie recently. Just something I've been thinking about. Things that you think about in blowouts. You got to think of things as a talk about as a broadcaster in these type of games. I've done my fair share of baseball blowouts.
Yes. Talk to you about
It happens. We face these games every now and then. 1:30 to go here in the game. Anderson snaps the ball. He'll hand it off to Dershide, who runs it up the middle, spins across the 35.
Dershide straight ahead. That's a Wildcat
nice first down for the Wildcats.
Tackle made by number 59.
1:10 to go officially here in the fourth quarter. A lot of these fans are just ready to get in their cars and turn up the heat here. Anderson snaps the ball, fakes it off to Dershide. He's going to roll out to his right, and he's going to keep it himself. He crossed the 40 and pushed out of bounds.
Anderson,
the 45-yard.
Scrambled and picked up about 8 yards.
50 degrees here now,
and
and this game coming to a close with 45 seconds left on the clock. It's been a rough game for the Wildcats. One that they are hoping to forget going forward. 30 seconds to go. 51-6 Aggies lead. Snaps the ball. They hand it off to Dershide, who runs it up the middle, cuts left across the 50, 45, trucks his way down to about the 42-yard line.
Got across the 50-yard line.
Man, maybe they found a running back in Dryson Dershide. And I think that's going to do it here in the Osceola County Fairgrounds. Final second ticks off, and the game is final. The Evart Wildcats falling big tonight. Beal City 51, Evart 6. Man, it was an unfortunate night tonight. Evart was just outmanned, out-physical, out-everything tonight. Not a whole lot they could have done about that. They did. They looked better in the second half. In the second half, with the continuous clock, hard to establish any sort of offensive momentum. It's just one of the things that you've got to try to avoid having a 35-point deficit. If you avoid that, then you have chances of potentially coming through and maybe making a comeback. But next week, we'll be in McBain. So if you're not going to come out to the game, make sure you tune in. 6:45 is when pregame starts. We'll have a conversation with Ben Bryant, as always. And until next Friday night, I'm Jackson Heiden, and you've been listening to Evart Wildcats football here on B1039.
Stop in to Northland Area Federal Credit Union in Evart, Beal City, or any of their 17 branches in northern Michigan to find great rates on many different financial products. While banks merge more often than you can keep track of and impose increased fees, Northland is a not-for-profit financial co-op committed to helping you save money. They specialize in small business